The influencer's lawsuit against Honey has been dismissed. However, that is not the end of this saga.
Doesn't mean much.
All right, let's start. Honey, the controversial browser extension, is back in the news as a class action lawsuit brought about by content creators against its parent company PayPal has been dismissed by a U.S. federal judge. Honey was accused of quietly engaging in cookie stuffing. That is to say, replacing creators' affiliate link URLs at checkout and then pocketing the commission for themselves. For nearly a year, the case has crawled through the system, but it's now been dismissed because the plaintiffs, and this is a summary, this is not my personal take on it, because the plaintiffs failed to demonstrate that they actually lost any money, relying on what Judge Beth Freeman called a hypothetical chain of possibilities. However, Freeman did grant the creators 45 days to edit their argument. So the Linus comment section of this, which I don't recall writing, oh no, I did actually say this, is, hey, should we maybe not talk about this on depth because maybe this should be a scripted video on the channel. What are your thoughts?
About what?
So, well, I have a lot of additional stuff that I have said behind the scenes to some of the other players involved. Clearly, they never integrated any of that into any part 2 videos or, apologies or anything. So nobody ever heard most of it. But there's a lot of information. I mean, we saw the former founder did that AMA where basically demonstrating that, Honey's practices might not have been good for the creators who were promoting it, which we obviously identified, that the investigation had some pretty clear issues with it, which I knew because I had already raised some of those issues behind the scenes. So this is not a black and white thing. What are your thoughts? I
don't know. I feel like this, they have a hypothetical chain of possibilities thing. I think they can get past that in 45 days.
Well, the thing is that you have to be able to quantify it.
Yeah, the exact amount of dollars might be tough.
I don't think you can.
I think that argument could be extrapolated to like almost any case. Like, how has any case about any form of piracy ever gone through? Because that's a hypothetical amount of dollars.
It is, but they've also had okay. I think we could use that argument either way, because the RIAA, the MPAA, they've actually had a ton of issues combating piracy. The games industry has had a ton of issues using those arguments.
Is there an example of a case like this that wasn't like... Is there an example of a case like this where it was digital, where they had an answer that was real and it went through?
I'll be honest with you, I don't know.
I can imagine like if the road to your shop was disrupted.
Yeah, then you could measure cars going past. You could be like, okay, my traffic is down by 40%.
Something
and
like
my
that.
sales are down by 40%.
Yeah.
Clearly that thing was in the way.
So that's like a little bit more obvious in my mind.
Yeah.
But the second you cross the digital threshold, everything becomes a lot more theoretical.
And there's so many variables because, like, okay, one of the things that back when we had our little dust up with Amazon over their affiliate program, this is like
quite a while ago,
10 years ago now, almost.
Yeah.
And a lot of you watching now wouldn't even have any awareness of this, but Amazon kicked us out of their affiliate program a number of years ago. And the rationale that they gave us for kicking us out was that we were offering something of benefit to our viewers in exchange for them using our code, which is against the Amazon affiliate program terms of service. And when because I can't be like, hey, use my affiliate code and I'll give you a sticker pack. You're not allowed to bribe people to use your code.
What did we say was the benefit though? I don't remember that.
What we offered was our gratitude.
Oh my.
I said it helps us out a lot and offered our gratitude. So clearly what had happened was someone Someone there decided they didn't want us on there.
Yeah, that wasn't like court of law though.
No, I'm going somewhere with this. I'm going somewhere with this. So someone there decided they wanted us off it, and how we ultimately argued our way back onto it was I basically laid out the argument that like this isn't just people who, because they felt this, and I think it was just one person. To be clear, I'm not going after Amazon right now. We're still an Amazon affiliate, and that's great. But clearly what happened was one person decided, hey, these guys are kind of gaming the system. They're just they're gleaning affiliate revenue off of shopping people would have done anyway, by just saying like, use our code when you're shopping and we'll be grateful. And the argument that I made to get us off of the blacklist was, well, okay, we're adding this many new subscribers per month. So that can't be true. Our reach is growing. So there is still future benefit for you. You've not captured every potential Amazon customer that you could ever have from exposure through our channel. And that seemed to get through to someone, and they reinstated us.
Right.
So I guess basically what I'm getting at here is there's so many variables involved in these affiliate programs, like how much you're growing, how hard you're pushing affiliate links that month, that pinning it down to some kind of, even a range of exact numbers, I think is going to be really tough.
Yes.
I don't think we would be able to do it. Like if we went back and looked at all of our numbers, I think it'd be very challenging for us to try to quantify this just because of how dynamic.
I do agree, but that's kind of, I think, the crux of my entire point is like, I know,
I'm just agreeing with you in a really roundabout way.
Sure, yeah. But yeah, because the second it becomes digital, effectively, it's just so nebulous that like, but then I have a problem with that. Because then does that mean that you can just abuse anything? And every suit is just going to get thrown out because you can't prove the amount of money that's lost.
I mean, I guess so.
That's obviously a problem.
I mean, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens when commerce is integrated with ChatGPT, and nobody needs to go to a first-party source of information anymore. I mean, we've been talking about this since the concept of the lab first came up on WAN Show.
It already quotes Lab if you ask it about things that Lab has data on. Yeah.
And are we going to be able to capture back that affiliate revenue? No. Unless we create more value. And I think that's at the end of the day, what you got to figure out how to do.
Yeah.
We have a couple of other discussion questions for this one. As far as dealing with sponsors is concerned, how did the Honey situation alter things at LMG? I wouldn't say that the Honey situation really altered much.
I think it might depend on what you define as the Honey situation.
Oh, back when we discovered that they were taking like the last click attribution for our affiliate links, it definitely made us look closer at sponsor agreements. It made us look closer at terms of service. As for like
we already had some rules for our sponsors and had the like transparency things on the forum and stuff like that. But I think there was kind of like a redoubling of efforts on those fronts at that time.
Here's the thing: all of our rules in the lead up to the Honey thing was basically like community policed. So, I remember there was a clothing brand that we worked with way back in the day. We had people complain that it was hard to cancel the subscription. And we ultimately dropped them over that.
I think that was the first one we dropped, right?
I think that was the first sponsor we ever, dropped.
Yeah.
Just completely shit-canned.
That was back in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we dropped them because of something that they were doing that was harming our viewers that we were promoting the product to.
Yeah.
And that was the only lines we had ever considered that mattered.
Yeah, so Honey was the first time that we dropped someone
because it was harming us.
Yeah.
And you gotta, and this is really important to remember, is at the time we were not aware of any way that Honey could have been harming consumers. So
yes.
So we even debated it internally. Should we even drop this if this is a net benefit to our viewers, but is damaging to our business? And we kind of went, well, probably the right way to approach this is we don't make a giant stink about it.
And remember, did we even notice this, or was this because that other person brought it to light?
No, it's because Barnacules told us.
Yeah.
And there are videos from like a year prior to the whole
that's what
thing.
I'm pointing out. It's like that thing happened.
With like tens, even over 100,000 views.
There was Honey Controversy 1.
Yeah.
And at that time...
But it wasn't set to like ominous music.
No, yeah.
So it didn't go viral.
At that time, it did change how we deal with sponsors. Honey Controversy 2, I don't think
that impacted anything.
Yeah.
Because we had already done what we were going to do. And honestly, I don't think any other sponsor that I'm aware of has ever come to us that has a business model that's directly...
I don't know.
Detrimental to our business.
I'm not sure.
Like it's like those are weird bedfellows, right? Like you'd think they would go work with someone who they have more synergistic energy with, to use the business parlance.
Do we have like a product that we sell that a company that sponsors us also sells a product in that category? We sell clothing and backpacks and stuff. Do we take any sponsors that are clothing and backpack people?
Wow, that's a good question.
Do we take sponsors that are competitors?
I mean, we would take an iFixit sponsorship because we still love their mission and all of that, but they haven't offered any since we started selling our precision screwdriver set.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. Do we have overlap with Ridge? Yeah, we don't have. Oh, they have a backpack. Yeah, Ridge has backpacks. Nice backpacks, actually. No disrespect to Ridge. Yeah, not many. Not many. Okay, Ginger Nutted asks, okay, what about lanyards? Are those not a product that others sell? No, I think that's fair. But I consider...
yeah, it's a minor item.
Yeah, who's a lanyard company?
Yeah,
like,
we don't know.
Yeah, there's no one that sponsors us that's like, they specialize in lanyards.
Yeah.
What, Ginger Nutted?
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't piss off Big Lanyard. Yeah, I think at a certain point it's... I
mean, I don't think we would ever care.
No, we wouldn't care. But I could see someone else caring.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a conflict of interest is not a negative action that the potentially conflicted party has taken, necessarily. It's already a conflict of interest when their interests are conflicted. So it can even just be a perception of bias. And if a sponsor could have the perception that we would be biased towards promoting our own product rather than theirs more strongly, and that we would be financially incentivized by doing that, then yeah, there's a conflict of interest there. I mean, that's one of the reasons that we consulted with the community before doing the framework investment disclosure, because it does present a conflict of interest. And then it just comes down to, do you guys trust me to manage that? Do you trust me to carefully navigate that? And overall, I mean, if anything, I have tried to take like a coach's son approach to sort of how we handle them. Like if they have an issue with something, I tell the writers, I'm just like, we have to be so careful. Like when we're working on a video on a framework laptop or something like that, like if there's an issue with this thing,
it has to be.
It has to be in the video.
Yeah,
it must be. You could gloss over a really good thing, but if there's a problem, don't miss it.
Yeah,
because the scrutiny is now on us. Like double, triple, quadruple, to make sure that we don't appear as though we are treating them unfairly in a positive way. And I do think that sometimes that has been a little frustrating for Nirav and the framework team. He's never told me that because he is an absolute professional. No, seriously, he's such a pro.
I'm sure it's just funny of just like, we took this like for a company of that scale, relatively small sponsorship at the time, or not sponsorship, investment at the time.
Yeah.
And then now we're just saddled with this like
we're both kind of stuck with each
that
other.
will definitely say negative things all of the time. It's like, okay. But then you also get the like constant investment disclosure advertisement effectively.
And they also get as long as we both keep our integrity, both Framework and us, we also get the benefit of that mutual brand association.
Yeah, sure.
Brand association is powerful. That's actually our next discussion question here is, what are some examples of brands that LMG has interacted with that have a positive impact on its channels beyond just making money? So one of the examples is someone like dbrand. I think dbrand is absolutely a great example of that. They're a sponsor that we're happy to work with because
I've also seen other creators have really good working relationships with them. It's not just us.
And they, like us, are kind of transparent to a fault sometimes. They fuck up sometimes and they wear it on their sleeves. They take their lumps and they spend money to fix problems, which you cannot take for granted. No amount of, limited lifetime warranty is going to guarantee you that a company will actually step up and spend big money to fix a problem. Like I am not at liberty to share the numbers, but I know what some of the dbrand fuck ups have cost. And I respect that. We had our double... I
can't even imagine. I don't know. So I'm not beating around some bush. I just have no idea. But was it the original Kill Switch? No, the Kill Switch 2 that had the controller thing.
Don't forget about the yellowing plastic on the...
I don't think I even knew about
the Ghost case.
I had no idea.
Yeah. They've had some stuff where just you do your best, but we're relatively small companies.
Yeah.
We do our best. I mean, you were watching the process for us dialing in the color of the clear purple transparent screwdriver before the show today. We go around, we talk to multiple people, we have our nice, calibrated light for looking at things. We do our best, but sometimes we're going to miss stuff.
How'd the comparison with the totally not inspirational item go?
Good. We've settled on one that was generally a consensus. I got it wrong when I was looking at it on the set.
Sure.
Flat out.
I mean, it could be different lighting or whatever.
No, it shouldn't be. This is pretty high CRI light here.
Sure.
And yeah, I don't think that was the issue.
I tried to give you an out.
No, I got it wrong.
You were not narcissistic enough.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, step it up.
I was right when I said it here, and I was also right over there because those were both the best answers.
There you go.
That's
good.
Did I do better?
Very good.
Okay, here we go. Oh, thanks, Dan. Dan was on it for me.
It's very nice.
But anyway, similarly, we took our lumps pretty good when we had the
bottom
layer thing,
and the zippers
and the zipper pulls.
Backpacks had a bit of a,
but we fixed them.
But ultimately, people like it at the end of the day.
And I'm trying to think who else. For a long time, I really liked working with Intel because they were really good about sponsoring us with one hand and really taking criticism, sometimes in a very, not gentle way. I don't know if you remember that intro we did where I pretended to be reading a hostage statement with a blue gun pointed at me and I
mean, there's the walking in the rain thing. I'm pretty sure that happened
while we were working with them very closely.
Yeah. They were always pretty cool about that. And there are absolutely a list of companies that are not cool like that. So it is actually somewhat
100%.
standout that they were cool about that.
I don't know that people necessarily appreciated that about them enough back in the day. The fact that they could take criticism on the product, while also maintaining mutual respect between the people. That's a really respectable thing, in my opinion. What are some other examples? Oh, it was scratching, not yellowing on the Ghost case. The MLG Rogue corrected me. Thank you very much for that. I'm sorry about that. I never even claimed my zipper replacement. You should, Turpy Panda. We did it for people to get a product that we're proud for you to have. That's why we do the things that we do. Okay, so when is it? Yeah, no one else is really... It's kind of sad that so few people can think of brands that you should be kind of proud to work with. Trying trying to think.
I think a lot of it's just neutral, and I think that's okay.
I think
It doesn't really bother me much.
I think you can just make a quality product, and as long as you stand behind it, I think that's fine.
Yeah. People are saying Valve. I think the distinction here is sponsorship. I don't think Valve is.
You know what, Seasonic? Seasonic has been. I think Seasonic has elevated our brand working with them, because they do more than just throw money at us once in a while to mention them. They helped us out with the PSU tester because not because they like directly benefit from that, unless they make really good products. Because they're taking a risk.
They could, just to be totally transparent here, or if they could influence the way we tested things.
Which they can't.
In theory, they could have.
Yeah. There's and so that, there could be a perceived conflict of interest there. Yeah. In practice, we have not given them that influence.
We seem totally fine. But there's, there was a potential there.
Noctua is another good one, but I would say, okay. The question was interacted with. Interacted with, definitely, because I don't think Noctua has ever given us $1 of actual, strictly speaking, marketing money.
Pretzels.
We have, and delicious cookies every Christmas. But actually, I think he should be home by now. So Roland, the CEO of Noctua, was here. No, he wasn't able to because of a bit of a travel mix-up with his travel companion and American border controls and stuff. So his intention had been to hand deliver my cookies this year, but it did not work out that way. But
it's a pretty great tradition. That
he's I for someone who's been working in the industry for so long, I actually have shockingly few connections. But
sorry, that was not laughing at what you said. Ben206 in chat said, "Did you allow Luke to see him?"
Did I allow what? Did I allow Luke to see?
Because of the Linus Torvalds thing.
Oh, yes. In fact, we went to the same restaurant for lunch together.
Not intentionally.
Luke and Darren sat at a different table having a completely different conversation.
But I did meet.
But
him.
We did all go out for lunch.
Yeah.
At Langley Vietnamese Cuisine.
Near each other.
We were actually they were seated one table from us when we were just kind of wrapping up our meal. But yeah, no, Roland's a great guy. I respect his business philosophy. I respect his product philosophy. And so he's just one of those guys that, you know what? I think I've had more non-business meals with Roland in the last year than I have had non-business meals with any other single business peer in the last 5 years. But it's just a fluke because this is funny. I had nothing to do at the end of the day at Computex this year. I didn't have badminton until very late at night, and I was at the show floor wrapping up in the Noctua booth. And it was actually Jacob, who's their, I don't know what the heck Jacob's job title is, but he's just their chief nerd. Love Jacob. He's amazing. He's been in the videos sometimes when we're in the booth and stuff, and he does interviews with other channels and stuff. They let him talk on camera, but I worry that if I let him on camera, you guys will think that your monitor has turned into a mirror, because he's just he is like the LTT audience. He's so passionate, and he's such an unashamed geek. I love this guy. Anyway, so I was like, Jacob, do you want to grab dinner? And he's like, oh, actually, I have a prior commitment. And I was like, come on, they can't be that important. He's like, well, it's with Roland. It's with our CEO. I'm like, okay, that's pretty important. He's like, you know what, though? Let me, he's like, yeah, so sorry about that. And I'm like, okay, well, what if I just completely unashamedly invite myself to dinner?
There you go.
And he's like, oh, well, I'll see what I can do. And he's like, oh yeah, Roland's super down. So I got there, and I didn't realize how sort of intimate this dinner was. There were no other media there or anything. It was just Noctua people and family.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So anyway, we had a wonderful meal. It was great. And we hung out for a little bit and just sort of talked about the journey, because Noctua started out not that their timeline has been not that different from LTT. And I forget where I was going with any of this, but basically, yeah, it was just cool. We got to kind of chat.
Timeline has been not that different.
Yeah, compared to LTT, I didn't say LMG. So they haven't been around that long. It's been about 20 years.
Okay, yeah, that caveat makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that wrong.
That makes sense. But yeah, they've just taken it slow. They've done things right. I respect it a lot. And Roland's super chill. And, you know, they also have a family on top of, you know, their business interests. And I didn't know that the color scheme was a Roland's wife initiative. And at the time it seemed crazy, but looking back at it, that was like probably the smartest thing they ever did.
I noticed them all over the place.
Yep.
The noticing of Noctua fans is so strong.
Oh yeah.
You see it in any random product ever and it's like, oh my God, it's one of those.
Yeah.
Like it's, yeah.
That's so smart.